I started Bluebird in 2018 out of a passion for drinking great coffee at home. I started roasting for myself, and that quickly grew into a business that now supplies cafes, restaurants, and hotels around South Africa. Hey, what's up guys? This is Dario from Bluebird Coffee Roastery. We're based out in the KZN Midlands, and today we're going to talk to you about our wholesale program. Today I'm sitting with Fanie, also known as the slightly emo barista. Fanie heads up our training program, and he's also involved in production roasting. Fanie, we have a pretty unique position in the coffee industry in South Africa. What excites you most about working at Bluebird?
I think from my perspective, it's just the quality of coffee that we're bringing in and working with and roasting on the day to day. It just speaks to the kind of business that we are and the kind of quality that we bring to the table.
So Fanie, we obviously have lots of different parts to our business. We have a production roastery, we've got a web store, a subscription program, we have our own cafe. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Today we're talking specifically about wholesale, which I would say is the heartbeat of our business. Our wholesale business allows us to do everything else.
Yeah.
If you're a wholesale customer, if you're a cafe client, you've worked in multiple cafes in the past, what do you think is the most attractive proposition that we bring to the table as a roastery?
So I think from my perspective that the quality of coffee first and foremost, but also the support structure that you get from a team like Team Bluebird, from a training perspective and just from a general knowledge perspective around coffee and the product of coffee service is an absolute awesome value add. So Dario, as a coffee business, there's a big emphasis on culture surrounding the business. What kind of coffee business / cafe would you see as a prime partner for Bluebird?
It's a great question. I think for me, coming into coffee, I was a home barista who became passionate about coffee and struggled to find people who are willing to talk to me in the cafe environment and the roastery environment. And my goal was to create a coffee business that produces the highest quality we possibly can while remaining unpretentious and open to new people coming into the circle, if that makes sense. So three of the biggest things for me is to remain approachable, inclusive, and happy as a brand.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily mean that we want to work with cafes who share those values directly, but we do want to work with people who want to work with us. That is key for us. We want to come to work every day excited. We're not looking to sell anybody on what we do. We want you to come to us and say, guys, we've done our research, we've spoken to some people, and flipping hell, we want to work with you guys.
100%.
That's the kind of business we're looking for. I don't care if you're doing 5 kilos a month as a home office or if you're doing 1,000 kilos a month as a hotel chain. We want to work with people who want to work with us. We'll never chase money.
100%.
We're always going to chase value, and we're always going to chase great partnerships. So if that sounds like you, if you are looking to up your coffee game, if you're wanting to serve a consistently great cup of coffee, please get in touch with us. There's a contact form on this page. You can also get in touch with me directly, Dario at bluebirdcoffeeroastery.co.za. Looking forward to starting a conversation. And let's see where we go from there. Join the fam.
Dario, what do you think is the value that Bluebird can bring to your run-of-the-mill coffee business?
It's an interesting question. I think that a lot of people feel that we might be better suited to cafes where there's already a very, very high focus on quality.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that we are suited to sourcing. We do source incredible coffees, microlots, nanolots. We work with some of the best producers in the world. We've taken coffee to the World Barista stage with Steve O'Quinn at Urban Brew. We've done some really cool things, and we are suited towards those types of businesses. But in my experience in our wholesale program to date, the most interesting success stories have been the average restaurants, the average cafes who've come to the table and said, hey, we want to do better. Working with a dark roast Italian coffee used to be okay, it isn't anymore. How can we take our coffee game to the next level? And by tweaking some equipment choices and by putting a good coffee in and then having yourself and our team get involved in training and support, on average, we see a bump in turnover, we see a bump in cup numbers, and certainly we see a bump in loyalty from the customer base. And that, to me, has been the most rewarding part of our wholesale program and possibly what I enjoy the most.
100%. From your average coffee consumer's perspective, there seems to be a perception of that the kind of quality that we work with is different or it could be perceived as too different to the norm. What do you have to say about that?
Well, that's what variety gives us. So a lot of people have this perception that specialty coffee is bright, fruity. They're thinking Kenyans, they're thinking like very, very interesting African coffees, because a lot of coffee roasteries will work with commodity coffee all year round and their blends and that type of thing, and they'll bring in a specialty release which is this bright, fruity African. But what a lot of people don't realize is that some of the best specialty coffees out there are actually low acidity, very chocolatey, but just very, very high quality. So I'm sitting here staring at a wall of coffee behind the camera from our producer partners in Brazil, Jaguara. Chocolate, caramel, yellow fruit, low acidity, absolutely incredible. And we love working with all coffees. So from our wholesale program perspective, we've got a number of blends, and I would say that there's something for everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Whether you're like a hotel looking to serve something consistent all year round, we can offer that. If you're a cafe customer wanting to blow your customers' minds, maybe you've got a small cafe in Cape Town, but you've got a loyal customer base and you just want to hammer it out with quality, we're well suited to that as well.
100%. Within the specialty coffee industry, there's oftentimes a lot of talk around ethics and values around sourcing and roasting coffee and producing coffee as such. What is your values around producing coffee?
Well, I mean, from my perspective, we're playing the long game here.
Yeah.
We're trying to build a sustainable business. As soon as I learned about the struggles in trade globally, I became very interested in trying to do better. We're obviously limited in South Africa because of our buying power, etc. But we trade transparently. All our prices are displayed on our website. We're a part of the Transparency Pledge. I believe we're like the 60th roastery in the world to be a part of that, which is super cool. And all that means for our consumers, our customer base, is that they should be able to trust the way that we trade our coffees and the ethics behind what we do. Not perfect, never perfect, always trying to do better, but it is a focus for us. So Fanie, you joined our team from another very cool coffee business. What was your attraction to Bluebird?
So the first thing that attracted me to Bluebird was the moral values of the company, the emphasis on quality, emphasis on sustainability, emphasis on producing an excellent product. And then overall the team and the working environment it was perceived to be, and still is, incredibly healthy, incredibly happy, and everybody's excited to be a part of what we do. It's a group of people who are passionate about delivering excellent service, excellent quality, on top of being passionate about excellent coffee.
Bluebird has been supplying coffees to the Midlands for many years now. I've been involved here at Florida Road for just over a year, and we've always been using Bluebird. Customers love it. Retail bags fly off the shelves. Friendly blend is really popular here. Whenever we order from you guys, it's down here the next day. So we're very happy.
No, well, your coffee is divine, and you're a super guy, and you put your heart and soul in it.
Service has been absolutely amazing. The coolest people.
Yeah, they
easy, friendly.
real people.
Then we had to find a wholesale partner that kind of matched what we wanted to do in coffee. There's not many roasteries you can go along with that have the same view on how to pour coffee, how to pour coffee, what to do, this and that, and really want to dive in a bit deeper.
From that day we met you, we knew that it was actually going to be. We looked at each other and we said that this is the guys we need to team up with. It's been like that since for over 2 years now.